I'm currently sitting in the back seat of a 1957 Chevy Bel Air. It smells like stale tobacco, cheap gasoline, and panic. There's a bullet hole in the windshield that nobody is talking about, and a bag in the trunk that, if my math is right, holds about $1 million in non-sequential bills. I'm not in the real world anymore. I have traveled back to the gritty, unforgiving underworld of James Hadley Chase. If you don't know Chase, imagine if a Hitchcock movie got drunk, lost its wallet, and decided to rob a bank just to pay rent. He wrote 90 books, and almost every single one of them is a masterclass in watching bad people make terrible decisions. I'm here to figure out why. Why do we love watching these train wrecks? Why is the perfect crime so seductive? And honestly, I'm just trying to get out of this car without getting shot. Welcome to the Noir nightmare. Buckle up. It's gonna get bumpy. The first thing you notice about this world is the temperature. Everyone here is sweating. All the time. I don't think air conditioning exists in the James Hadley Chase universe. It's just open windows, loose ties, and upper lips glistening with guilt. The landscape is a trap. It's composed entirely of 3 locations: roadside motels with thin walls, diners that serve coffee that tastes like battery acid, and safe houses that are never actually safe. It's a world built on isolation. You see, in a modern thriller, you have cell phones. You have GPS. If you get in trouble, you call a lawyer. Here, if you get in trouble, you check how many bullets you have left. That's your only reception. Now, let's talk about the locals. The people I'm stuck in this car with. In every Chase novel, you have a squad. And it's always the same squad. It's like a boy band, but instead of singing harmonies, they commit felonies. First, you have the brains. This guy thinks he's a genius. He has a plan. It's always a foolproof plan. He's usually read too much Nietzsche and thinks he's above the law. Spoiler alert, he's not. He's just a narcissist with a map. Then you have the muscle. He's usually named something like Slug or Lenny. He doesn't say much. He just hits things. He's the ticking time bomb in the back seat. You know he's going to sneeze at the wrong time and accidentally murder a hostage. It's not a matter of if, but when. And finally, her, the Femme Fatale, the catalyst. In 2025, we might call her toxic. In 1950, they just called her trouble. She's usually the only person in the room who actually knows what's going on. The men think they're using her, but if you look closely at her eyes, you realize she's already sold them out 5 chapters ago. And here's the funny thing about watching them argue over the map. You start to root for them. Not because they're good people, they're awful, but because they're so uniquely, tragically human. They really think this one job is going to fix their broken lives. They think money is the medicine. They don't realize the money is the disease. And then, the plan goes wrong. It always goes wrong. It's the law of physics in this universe. A tire blows out. A security guard wakes up. The muscle sneezes. Suddenly, we aren't planning a heist anymore. We're running. And this is where Chase shines. The world shrinks. The highway ends. We're trapped in a farmhouse, or a basement, or a stranded truck. The paranoia sets in. The brains start sweating through his expensive suit. The femme fatale starts checking her watch. The trust evaporates. It's claustrophobic. It's suffocating. You want to scream at them, "Just give the money back!" But they can't. They've crossed the line. And the most terrifying part of this world isn't the police. It's the people inside. You realize you're locked in a cage with starving animals, and the steak just ran out. I'm stepping out of the car now, leaving the 1950s behind. And as I walk away from the wreckage of that plot, I have to ask, why are these stories still so effective? Why do we still read James Hadley Chase 70 years later? It's not for the gunfights. It's because he understood one fundamental flaw in the human operating system: the sunk cost fallacy. Every protagonist in these books makes a small, bad choice. Then, to fix it, they make a slightly bigger bad choice. And because they've already invested time and risk, they feel like they can't turn back. They have to keep doubling down until they lose everything. We do this. Maybe we don't rob armored trucks, but we stay in bad relationships because we've already been together for 3 years. We keep pouring money into a failing business because we've already spent so much. We keep driving down the wrong road because we're too proud to turn the car around. Chase's world is a nightmare version of our own stubbornness. It teaches us that the hardest thing to do isn't the heist. It's knowing when to fold your cards and walk away. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is admit you're lost. If you want to take this ride yourself, pick up The World in My Pocket. Just don't say I didn't warn you. Thank you for taking the ride. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please.